Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back for another day of Astro-Gravitational Report. You're probably feeling it. For the good things begins to move. Important things is that right now, since Venus and Jupiter, there was so much intensity. Right now, the one moves direct, the other becomes retrograde. They kind of like separate within this. But the good part is right now you're gonna find out the messages of what you have to adjust of what happened with the growth in the past 6 months. You're going to review that growth of Jupiter that was direct. Now he's retrograde. But since the authority, which is the sun, and Mercury, which is the communications, they're going to be coming with that beautiful trine towards Jupiter. And you're going to learning what things that you need to adjust within. It's the same time, today is going to be one of this part that if you did something with the love for money, but you did something within, you did a shadow business or anything, it's going to be coming into you to clean that up because Venus growed up. You may feel the energy of creating new things, making new things, beginning this power of love back within you. That's what this was. This power of growth and creations of Leo. That it's like, okay, let's see what it was. But when it comes to a personality, it's so hard because the hardest things to do is to change yourself. So talking about with this, there at 6 o'clock in the morning, the moon is going to be together with Uranus, which is going to be telling you, hey, you need to do these transformations. This sudden changes has to be made in the universe. It's calling you for. What is that coming from? Uranus is trining Pluto, which is the deep transformations in the Earth, which is in the Capricorn, and Mars, who is in Libra, to create this balance in the material world. So you may feel restricted right now. You may gonna feel like you're not ready. Probably you're not. Where did that come from? Saturn, it is opposing the Sun and Mercury. It's like, you know what? We can get the right things, but it has to have the right mindset. Let's look at it, the mysteries within the world, so we can put the proper mindset in the psyche, which is Pisces. So this is gonna be at 6 o'clock, at 7 o'clock. That energy is gonna be about. Of course, this is the hour of the Gemini. Midheaven is right there in the mid of Gemini. Friendshipness, relationships, and so on. Look at it with this. Venus is going to have only one good aspect with that, reevaluating friendships. And this is going to be that Mars is squaring, not Mars, but the Sun and Mercury retrograde are squaring that midheaven, that inner work. You're going to be reevaluating the friendshipness with people around you, but also, were you friend to what is supposed to be? And you're going to find out that the love was the key, not everything else. If you're friends for with someone just because of you wanted to learn something, if you are friends for with someone just for reasons, that wasn't. You wanted something. And this could be a lot of revaluations that's going to be coming in at that point. It's going to be pointed out to you in the next hour, which is 8 o'clock. Midheaven, it's a 0 degrees of Cancer. That is going to be divine energy towards Pluto in there. This beautiful trine that is right now coming in from the ascendant, the rising energies. They are at the 0 degrees of Libra, but they are communicating with the last degrees of Taurus and Capricorn. So talking about that energy is going to come to the balance because midheaven is going to be coming in and is going to be joining that area with Mars in about 6 hours from now. And you're going to be learning how to maintain this balance. So at 9 o'clock, you're going to be okay. Things in the family are getting better. They're getting okay. The earthly things are okay. Very beautiful for the people who have cancer or earth relationships within. If you have a cancer ascendant in there or something important in cancer, you are going to be feeling it good. The energies are going good from within yourself. So talking about that 10 o'clock, that energy is going to be like, I see the transformations, but I don't see the road. Who can show you the road? Your intuitions. Uranus was telling you, hey, this is what you're supposed to go. And the rising energies that are coming in and tell you you're going to receive a guidance from the divine. At the same time, though, that energy is moving through there and it goes into Pluto. It says like here, that is it, what you need to change within you. Don't expect others to change because of you. You have to change and other has to align with the change. Not others has to change of you because you have these issues. They have to accept your issues without you fixing your own issues. Okay? So looking at what that energies at 11 o'clock, there's going to be the intensity of Venus. Midheaven is going to be together with Venus. That is going to be in the next 2 hours, three pretty much from 11 till 1. This is going to be kind of like interesting energies because it's going to be related to these shadow energies that are rising at Scorpio. But that love, okay, the evaluations of the love, it is going to be like, okay, I sabotage myself, what I need to do. I have to fix me, gotta fix my love, the way I love, what I love, and so on. Did I did it? Did I did the proper growth? Did I did the right thing? If you did it, you have no problem because you're putting that authority communications from within you. You're like, I did the right things. But talking about later on at 12 o'clock, ascendant, which is at 17 degrees of Scorpio, is going to be squaring the 12 degrees of Venus, and that is going to be squaring, Venus is squaring Jupiter, but that ascendant is going to be opposing Moon, Uranus, and Jupiter and Taurus. So still, all these things that we talked about last year, if you have not fixed it, what did you fix? Something or nothing or wherever it is. But now the journey is calling you. It's time to move forward. It's time to get in this. This energy actually is going to come back and hunching it down in the next hour in there. But in a 6 hours from now, that's about 6 p.m., this energy is going to be coming to you about that. What did you do within? Are you going to take the accountability? You're going to take the responsibilities within yourself. So here it is. It's coming 1 o'clock. Midheaven, it's at 14 degrees. Mercury retrograde, it's 14 degrees. Sun is at almost 13 degrees of Virgo. But there are only positive aspect right now. It is this Jupiter that it's retrograde. It's you are going to get the downloads that Mercury retrograde is going to give it to you with the retrograde Jupiter of what you have done and what you need to adjust. So when a Jupiter is going to go down in Taurus, it's going to reevaluate that growth. And Mercury right now, it's giving you the information what you need to adjust with in your consciousness. I should have done this, I should have done that, I could have get this, I could have, should have, and so on. So now you're going to have to this revaluation process, then you're going to be regrow. Basically, you put the seeds, but you did not put in a proper ground. Now you have the seed again, but this time you put it in the proper ground. So basically, whatever you're working on it, you're going to have the right environment. But who creates the environment? You. So later on, we're talking about the positiveness it's coming in, this beautiful energies made it between the Virgo and Libra. That is this kite that it's in there. The moon is going to be shifting into Gemini. Beautiful trines there between Pluto and Uranus of this point. Mars is there in the vicinity. He's at the 5th degrees, 55 minutes with Mars. And that is going to help you to go ahead and put things in order. Balance it in there. Okay? So thinking about it like Virgo, it's the policeman. Libra is the judgment. You go into a court. And the executioner is actually Scorpio. What are you going to be doing it there? So you organize yourself. You're gonna find the proper balance within yourself, and then you're gonna get out of that jail that you're doing, that shadow side of you that you're creating. Okay, so look at it and thinking about a little bit about this. And talking about later on at 3 o'clock, there, the midheaven is going to be at Libra and sending these divine energies to Jupiter, that divine growth within you. Ascendant is also sending divine energies towards Uranus, who is also a retrograde there. So currently we are having a 6 planets on retrograde still, and the things are moving of these revaluations, adjustments, calibrations, everything that you do. It could be a business, work, relationships, and so on. You see it from within you, but you're going to need a proper environment in there. That's what you're going to be understanding, and the growth, and it comes in from Venus. So, talking about 4 o'clock, the midheaven is at 2 degrees of Scorpio. That is going to be divine energies towards the moon. You are looking at these energies and those restrictions. So, you're looking within the shadow side, thinking about it like, okay, I put myself in the jail. Why? What I can do to get out of that jail. What I did. And looking at yourself later on, which is I was talking about this energy when ascendant was at 11 o'clock with within the Scorpio. Now that energy about 5 p.m. it's coming to you, and that energy right now it's telling you, did you did the proper love? Did you did everything with love, or you had a different agendas? That different agenda sabotaged everything that you did. That different agenda, it's coming in to hunt you back. And that's what you may feel restricted. That's when you feel things from within yourself. So at 6 o'clock, you get in and out, and you are like, all these communications, all this, why I'm restricted, why I didn't listen to my intuitions, why I didn't look at the universe, why I didn't did this and that, and so on. There's going to be a square with Saturn, and Saturn currently has no positive aspects. He is opposing the Sun and Mercury, and he is squaring the Moon. So you're going to feel emotional in that point. It's like I'm restricted, I'm in a jail. But that is when you looking at in yourself, that consciousness that from within you, what the heck did I did? And here it's coming 7 o'clock. This is kind of like a self-talk, but be mindful about this because midheaven at 16 degrees is squaring the 13 and 14 degrees Mercury retrograde in Virgo. And that could be this letter Z that is there because that is a two squares in opposition from what, and usually one of those aspects are there like intensity. You're starting from somewhere and you're trying to find out the things, then expressing it, but you're going back there into this precious moments when you reach the bottom, why you're in the bottom, and you learn it why you're in the bottom. You didn't mature enough to be, but the maturity happens when you reach the bottom. That's how you grow. And at 8 o'clock, there's going to be these expressions of these energies, but be mindful because there will be these positions that the ascendant is at 1 degrees of Aries, midheaven is at almost 1 degrees of Capricorn, and you have on Mars at the 6th degree of Libra. And we're talking about these cardinal intense energies. But those cardinal intense energies, they're calling you for you to change and not to go ahead and create issues. If you have not learned that, you're probably going to learn it within yourself. So at 9 o'clock, the things getting a little bit more easier on it. The ascendant is together with the North Node. That is actually currently squared with Pluto. Talking about this, if you don't transform, you're not going to finish what you're supposed to do. If you don't change, don't expect changes in your life. If you don't evolve, don't expect things to get done, what you're doing here on Earth. So looking at our positions though, midheaven, that it's in Capricorn, it's helping Venus right now. There is a divine energy. It's like, okay, you need to put the divine love back in the menu within your consciousness. Very beautiful energies with the sun. Very beautiful energies with Jupiter. It's like here. It's time you to mature in the material world. So 10 o'clock, this beautiful kite, again, it's made because of the moon. It's in this 3 degrees of Gemini, and it creates the kite between Pluto, Mars. They're all getting into this air energies, but they are connecting to the Earth. You're gonna feel the vibrations of what you need to do. And since Pluto have only a positive aspects, those positive aspects, they are going towards Uranus, they're going towards Neptune, they're going towards Mars, and all that is about you transform. You look at what you have to transform. You're changing your mindset. You're gonna set the right actions, right balance within yourself. That is gonna be reflecting of the right emotions with the right environment in there, and that is gonna be reflecting entirely in your life. Reflect. That is one of the powers of the retrograde. And talking about 11 o'clock, midheaven is going to be at 13 degrees of Aquarius, divine energies towards Mercury and the Sun. Talking about this, you're going to be looking at that. It's time for you to have this divine energies within yourself and put that authority of the divine in order. And that can give you these beautiful energies. But if you're stressed out, if you see like something is coming and so on and so on, if you see the conflicts, you're going to be attracting the conflicts. But if you see the solutions, you're going to be getting the solutions. Listen to Mercury retrograde, probably you will. So that's what it was, the astro-gravitational report for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Come back tomorrow for another astro-gravitational report. Be love, guys.